Ooh, shit. Uptown where everyone get a bar. Yeah. Got the wind on my face, it's just sweet that I'm alive. But get on the mission. Every time I bring the time, if you ever tryna pop my nigga, you be at the spot. Wait, nigga, bitch, not mistake me for the other man. Fuck that nigga, stop like bring me the like the ticket, man. Fuck that nigga Drake. Bitch, I get more cake. Yeah, this no the bank. Yeah, I be tired of the bullying. This weak ass childish bitch can see another one of me. So I make a sister take a plan of me. Girl, you never truly want my family. I found this when I traveled up the star sea. The clouds, they like me. They might be. They like me. I might be. I like tea. The dream team. The soul. Subconscious. Community. That's my hoe and her bestie. And I give her good dick. Pussy so tight, I be. I'm not Draco shit. Drag his bitch, nigga. Yeah, I can spit that flame. No surprise, bitch. Just I probably on a plane. I just start walking with the angel shot me too. I just smoke green, but sometimes they be looking blue. It's the dream that we living in. Bitches, niggas, steady made it dance. Steady made it friends. Steady was a full of hoes I sent, yeah, she need to sing cause the bitch shit looking dumb. I feel the same cause I'm finna hit another one. Cause it take me to another one. Like this DJ Khaled, another one. Like this DJ Khaled, another one. Yeah. Hey, take jacket off. Yeah, I gotta get a haircut, no cap. We'll get it today, actually, maybe. We'll see. I gotta get a haircut. Yeah, don't worry, don't mind my hair, y'all. That shit look flunked out right now. I gotta get that shit trimmed or something and get that shit trimmed. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Boom, boom, bam, boom. Yeah. Check, turn, check, turn, check. Oh, turn. Oh, check, turn. Oh, check, turn. Yeah, man. Anywho, how do let me see if our volume is live on direct in this motherfucker. Let me see if our volume is live. Yeah, we good. Hey, how we doing, y'all? Now, I ain't gonna lie. You know, the hustle mentality is an important thing to have. Like, bruh. I don't know if I can even make this make much more sense, but this is a real motherfucking thing. Having the hustle mentality, the hustler spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because having that mentality, just having that mind state, takes you to broad ways, more direct point of views, more better. You like it's like you're just more flowing with the energy. You're riding that flight, so everything in your life just manifests to you. It comes to your purposes. You know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't gonna say it's hard to get to that mind state, or it's like a fatigue, or whatever we call these words, but it's like it's an interesting mind state to have, because these mind states take you to certain ways of thinking and feeling. You know what I'm saying? And once you think and realize these certain ways and how you think and feel, right? You come to the conclusion that having that certain hustler mind state mentality will help you in shit in your real life, on where you may have not been all the way understanding what an individual is saying, but or doing or participated in, but just because you had that hustler mentality, you know how to finesse your words and put certain characteristics and certain powerpoints and certain things to certain vibrations. So you know how to just you somehow know get like you weren't paying attention, but somehow you get the shine. You know what I'm saying? Like that makes it this kind of makes sense. You like you weren't even listening to what was going on, but they trust you the most. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a small example, but there's so many other examples having this mind state because these mind states take this mind state in particular helps you with a lot of things in life because you know we can be like we can be going through anything, and a certain thing to understand is that these things like the shit we go through, none of that shit matters because this is going through us. You know what I'm saying? Now, the best way you know how to understand these energies for itself and see what's going through you, how to control these things, how to say pinpoint these things and all that shit. You'll see that we all come to certain conclusions in the mind that help us relocate certain other ways of thinking and feeling to boost that like confidence or self-confidence that wasn't meant to be seen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the best way you understand that is that when you can be doing anything, like if let's say you're doing a test or you're trying to get your license or whatever, or you're in college, you know what I'm saying, whatever you're doing, and you just somehow like you know what a point of view where these things start from, so you have your own way on how to go upon these things. You know what I'm saying? So you having your own way on how to go upon these things help you because now you're doing stuff on where it may not make sense now, but in the future, near future, where however future you set for that bound to be, for that whatever you bound that space to be in, that not but you know what I mean, that space to be in, that energy, that mind state to be in, the future will tap that same way of thinking and feeling will come back to it. So people will come back to the actual conclusion of where, oh, this does make sense because now because I'm doing this right now, and this individual put my mind state to something else that I wasn't even aware of, and boom, now I can now have a better way how to think within my spaceship. Humans may not know they be saying that, but that's what they be so the spirit be doing subconsciously. So now they can get with the program. You know what I'm saying? So without that being said, it's best to understand the way you're going upon something because the thing you're going upon, the shit you're trying to understand, the shit you're trying to understand, overstand, all that stands, whatever you're doing, you're just trying to create an energy for it to make sense. You try to create something to make sense for another person. So when your atmosphere comes in with their atmosphere, y'all know how to create beautiful weathers. You know what I'm saying? You can be in a chaotic atmosphere because the individual may not know how to control their emotions, and now you're in a space where you don't want to be here no more. So you separate yourself from that particular atmosphere, and you come to the conclusion that the only reason they were thinking and feeling certain ways is because they don't have that hustle mentality. They don't know how to hustle themselves out of flunked out mind states. You know what I'm saying? Having a hustle mentality even helps you hustle yourself out of depressing or low vibrational mind states because you know where to put these things. You know what I'm saying? You know where to keep these things going. You know what I'm saying? You know where to you know where to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Do all that magic shit behind closed doors and make it make sense to the raw realm, to this realm of reality. So, for example, um, like that's my point. Damn, hold on. Let me see some. I was my point. Come on. Damn, why does this take so long? Uh, Saying you know where to keep these things going. You know what I'm saying? You know where to you know where to do all that, you know what I'm saying? Do all that magic shit behind closed doors. These things, you know, having a hustle mentality even helps you hustle yourself out of depressing. Yeah, so having the hustle mentality helps you hustle yourself out of depressing moments. So, for example, you can be going through something like a family member, God forbid, or a family member dies or whatever, or you know what I'm saying, you I don't want to speak these to you crash your whip or you get I'm gonna say shit, but I'm not this like God forbid, I think I've been Lord forbid, but you may not know how to even get yourself out of that mentality. So you don't know how to like just think a different way. You don't know how to make that actual way of thinking and feeling mean nothing. You don't know how to treat it like nothing. You know what I'm saying? When you treat something like nothing, you're closer to all possibilities because now you're in a space of where you're acting. You did it as like if you were nothing. If you're God's child, you know how to look at these things. You know what I'm saying? And point out these things and prevent certain things of happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's deep, but it's not. It's not because it's something we always been new. You just gotta remember your footprints in the sand and remember where you did your shit, and then you can blossom as a seed. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to head into Aries time too. No bullshit. Yeah, I'm drinking that. You know what I'm saying? Sparked energy. Dunkin' Donuts sparked really. Now I'm joking. No. Anyway, but yeah, so it's kind of like when you understand these things, it's like it's deep because now you see like how the hustler mentality helps you even like come to conclusions. You know what I'm saying? And you can be going through anything in your life, and sometimes if you don't have a broad mind state, if you don't have a broad mind, you may not know how to interact with certain vibrations because you may be timid or scared or whatever. But you gotta be aware that these things are just mind states. So God will never give you nothing you can't handle. So if you're going upon that actual energy, then God sees you can handle it clearly because it would have never put you in that situation if it didn't know you couldn't handle it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta know where to look at these things. You know what I'm saying? And don't try to play God because angels will tell you the first thing first that we're not God. So if you understand that within yourself, there's no ego level going on. You know what I'm saying? There's no ego shit going on. It's just something that as in we're just all participating within the energies and we're all coming together and doing our little 1-2. So we're putting our pieces to the puzzle in this motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? So don't just get a motherfucking grit. You know what I'm saying? And learn and come to better conclusions so you can relate yourself better and you can go ahead and create this atmosphere that we're all trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. That's what you're about to do anyway. If you're in a human body, your body become an angel. You know what I'm saying? An atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? From third person to the particle or to whatever or to the vibe or to the lenses. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need your own shades. You know what I'm saying? Because especially when you get your own shades, you don't get the one that need what's that nigga's name in Matrix? The black bald headed nigga. Is that Neo? No, that's not Neo. No, that's a whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking. The black bald headed nigga with the shades. Yeah, you don't want to get your shades from where he got his shade. You want to get your shades from the Gali realm. You know what I'm saying? So when you get your shades, you're near the pearly gates. You're damn near. Since you're neighbors with all possibilities, you know that the space on the types of shit that you get your shit from can only be as like that. So when you're going upon that actual travel and you're going upon that actual wave, not wave, but that the actual stargate or whatever you want to call it, or anything you want to call it, you come to conclusions that you getting your shit from there can only be godly because that's the space you got it from. You got it from near the pearly gates. You using your own chakra. So once you know how to use your own chakra, you come to conclusions that
we all have something that we all do within ourselves, and we gotta figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying? So when you come down, you got your own style. You know what I'm saying? And it's deep because sometimes we may not be aware and we may not know how to do this, but you got to come naked. You gotta know how to come naked and go get there and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And people that are spiritual and have the hustle mentality know shit like this because they may not be a lot of aware of how I'm trying to break it down. But what I can say is that however they're going upon their life, like let's say they sell, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, motherfucking one more thing. Oh, and you know what I'm saying, they sell the most shit. You know what I'm saying? Now you can't get lost in the illusion and think, oh, they're a bad person because they do this. They sell marijuana. They smell. I mean, they sell trees. They sell pills, or they sell whatever they sell. You know what I'm saying? That's what a dealer is. So whatever you think is negative, they're in a space of where they're just being a hustler. So they may not know the extent, but they're still there because they would never have that mind state if it wasn't for their environment. And if their environment pushed them to do something like that, then they must be hustlers because they must be close to God, because there's no way that they would come up with certain conclusions and think to themselves, "Oh, I'm not gonna do anything because I feel like this is the right thing to do. I'm gonna play it safe." They're not playing it safe. They're going all out. And sometimes if they're not spiritual, then they don't know this. Then it's kind of sad. It's kind of fucked up. But sooner or later, in one of these aeons, they'll or if it even takes that long, but sometimes it does if they're just regular humans. You know what I'm saying? One of these eons, they'll learn and they'll come to conclusions. Oh shit! What I've been doing is what I've always been doing. So if I'm in a hustler mentality like this, then I'm in spiritual, I must be doing some other shit with the mind. So once they notice, then that's when they can start putting their shit into this shit and this shit, get the ball rolling. Ooh. But you gotta come to conclusions that you gotta realize that in order for you to come up with certain ideas like that, you got to be aware on how to look at these things. You know what I'm saying? You can't be scared of these things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers be scared of their own energy. I'm like, nigga, it's your energy, bitch. It's your energy. Use it. Learn how to use it. Don't get lost in that shit. Know how to use it, because you got to understand that if you're not gonna if you don't know how to use your own energy, then you let someone else use it for you, and you don't want to know what somebody else will use it for you. You always want to be the controller. You always want to be the controller, not the controlled. You know what I'm saying? You always want to be the one that's controlled, puppet master, the one that's controlling everything, not the one that's being controlled. You know what I'm saying? So then motherfuckers play you like a video game, and they know all your moves and your cheat codes and your abilities and shit like that. Nah, nigga, you want to make sure that you know everything about that, and you know the passwords: up, down, left, right, ABG, up, down, left, right, ABG. You know what I'm saying? That's the code. Shouts out Flight Boss, Uriel, those the power man. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's the code. So once you know the code, you know that the way we come up with certain ideas and thinking, we know that we are the ones creating the actual environment, the actual way of living. So the world you are, the world of imagination, once you're in that world, that's your world. You're looking at yourself. So everything you like, everything you dislike are just different parts of you. So once you know how to decipher these things, you look at the mechanism and see that these things all come from a way of synchronizing shits, and these synchronizing shits come to certain ways. Like you can just figure out certain words to say, so or certain psalms to sing or whatever, or certain dance moves or whatever. You got certain, you got certain dance moves and shit. You got to move and wiggle and shit like jiggle and shit like that. You know, do all that shit. So now you're seeing that these things come from that space first. Then it plays out down here. So now you see, once you look at these things, you'll see that the point of it is just to know how to broad your shit, broad your way of thinking and feeling, broad your point of broad your point. It's a word I'm looking for. Broad your perspective. Why the fuck? I don't know why I can do that. Broad your perspective. So once you broad your perspective, you're in a more above perspective. Now you're in the higher realms. You know what I'm saying? So you once you know how to look at these things, you gotta know that you know everything. You know what I'm saying? Even if you think you don't know, you gotta know you know everything. Because somehow you figure out a way and how you knew that thing. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I know everything. I don't get lost in nothing. You know what I'm saying? I know the secret that behind the scenes, all that shit. I know everything. You can't tell me I don't know nothing. I know everything. You know what I'm saying? So once you're in a space like that, you can see that the way we come up with certain ideas and conclusion, God will give you certain ways of how you're right in that concept, because God gave you that concept in general. So don't get lost in that. I mean, don't get lost in that shit as if you're saying that, oh, you're in the ego. No, you just know everything, because you wouldn't be down here if you didn't know everything. So how the fuck you down there if you didn't know everything? You know what I'm saying? You can't just be down. You can't. You probably still be in that bug body, or even that you would still know everything. But that's just an example. But this is an example. You probably be in a bug body, thinking to yourself, "Oh man, what is that?" You look at an animal, you're like, "What the fuck is that?" You see a sea creature, you're near the water. What the fuck is that? Most likely, you're not gonna be near the water, but it depends on what kind of bug you are. Like a fly, you can whatever. And you look at these things, and you're probably thinking to yourself, "Damn, I would never be that." You know, you have your own way of thinking and feeling. I would never be those things. I would never be that thing. I'll never be that human. But you come to the conclusion that you probably think you're the most intelligent too. So you probably wouldn't be aware. Like you see these things as certain lights. You know what I'm saying? So you probably wouldn't be all the way aware, but you always come to that ideology that there might never be these things, or what is that? You know, so you just come with certain mind states, and you gotta realize that, you know what I'm saying, that it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So know that since you're in the human body now, your next form is going to be the atmosphere. So what you're doing now is you're doing what you've always been doing. Every form in this existence is a mini atmosphere. So it's even to a parasite that there, but it's whatever. There are some other shit, but they're still atmospheres. Just their way of thinking, their way of coming. So bugs, animals, humans, sea creatures, all that shit, atmospheres. So once you know that, many atmospheres, you know the whole point is to create that actual atmosphere. Once you're there, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like if you like, what you just gotta be there. So yeah, but this all dwells down to having a hustler mentality. I can't lie to you. I ain't even lie. I ain't gonna hold you. That's right. I ain't even lie. I can't even lie. I ain't gonna hold you. Cause I can't lie to you, bitch. I can't even lie. A-E-I-O-U. I can't even lie. A-E-I-O-U. I can't even lie. A-E-I-O-U. Cause I can't lie to you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, check it out. But it's all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure you know what you're doing, because these things these things all come together. You know what I'm saying? These things all will eventually come all together. So know how to look at these things. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. But yeah. So when you're when you're in spaces like that, you just gotta realize that motherfucking, like, you just know that the point of creating certain points of references and certain ways of thinking and feeling comes up with, I'm not comes up, but came from us being the observer, the soul, the spirit. The soul is the individual spirit. The spirit is many spirits, but I'm going to use but the soul observing that actual event. So you being the spirit and you're observing these things, you see that these things, you have no choice but to create certain words. You really don't have to. I mean, you really don't got to. But if you do, then that's just another. So you create your own word. Like I do the same. I do the same thing too. I create my own words, but it's like sign language and this vibration, and that's gonna be the next one where we're heading to. But as of now, so, you know what I'm saying, you create your own language. You know what I'm saying? You on some Uriel shit. If you're using the Uriel chakra, you know, we come and take over. You know what I'm saying? We don't play the small games. We come and take shit over. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Get you that pumpkin spice. Get you that pumpkin spice coffee. You know what I'm saying? Get you that pumpkin spice. I don't have pumpkin spice, but I will later. I will later. But yeah, so it's kind of like when you're in a space like that, you come up with conclusions that, you know, we're all in this thing. We're all in this mechanism together in the sky. You're looking at a fusion, friction, and pressure. And that fusion, friction, and pressure is something that the clouds from the sky, from the sun, all that shit, from the grass, from the houses, from the trees, from the animals, from the bugs, everything you're aware of down here is that same thing up there. That is the fusion, friction, and pressure. You know what I'm saying? When it hits the nighttime, you're seeing the reflection from this body of water. So the stars you think you're looking at aren't even real. Those are satellites, saddles on lights. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at that, you see that if the moon is just a reflection from our body of water, then you'll understand that the way we're rotating, we're rotating to the left, so shit appears to be going right. So you're looking at that actual event, not event, but that reflection in the sky, and it's playing out as that's how what you're looking at is how we actually look like. That's just a reflection. It's kind of like if you were to look in the mirror, it's like that body of water is looking at itself, and the reflection is the world. So when you look at that, you look at the outcome of where the way it looks like can only be that reflection. You know what I'm saying? So now that you know that, you'll see that people's perspectives on why, and what they do don't always be correct, because people, like I said, they say we landed on the moon. We can't land on the moon if the moon is just a reflection. So people trying to control shit. But you gotta understand that once you know better, you do better. So if you're a human right now, and you come to a conclusion to be like, the moon itself can only be a reflection. Like if you're thinking like this and you're really spiritual because you see somebody open your mind, then you'll be like, oh shit, if the moon is a reflection and the stars are just satellites and they're not real, then the moon must be something that we're living inside of. So that's the same, that thing up there and down here is the same thing. So don't look at it as two different, like an object, the earth object, the sun object. No, all these things are the same thing. The reason we create astrology in spring season, summer season, fall season, winter season, all that shit is to track certain movements. You know what I'm saying? So to track certain energies. So it's not us creating or telling us, oh, we got Mars out there, we got Venus out there, we got Saturn out there. No, these things are just hypotheticals on what we think, how these things make us feel. You know what I'm saying? And once you come up with conclusions on how these things make you feel, you'll see that humans came up with certain ways of thinking and feeling to harness certain energies on why we thought, think, and feel certain ways. So it's not us being lost. It's kind of us creating, like, doing what we're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like really a negative thing, but it's like if you're gonna look at it from the pure aspect, because I'm native, I'm from America. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna look at it from a pure aspect, how we see it is that we only see the sun and moon and understand our masculine, our feminine. You know what I'm saying? We understand that there was no stars in the sky at the time. There was 0 stars. It was just the atmosphere, the clouds, the whatever. So however that atmosphere is moving, it's how we would live like. You know what I'm saying? So we live like stars because we came up with the conclusion that we are the stars. So if we're living like stars, and we would live as if how a star would act, and the 5 point, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all that shit comes from something. So once we understood that, we understood that the way we were coming with conclusions came from us simply living certain natures. So if you were to act like a bear, we wear the fur, or we act like a bear. If we would act lightly, we would have a feather and put it in our ear. If we were like, you know what I'm saying, act pure, we get some we get some water and clean, put it in our face. And you know what I'm saying, that's how when we do this shit every day. So even Kevin Gates, you see him with the flower, with not flower, with the feather in his ear, feather in his head. He's doing the same thing. You think there's any soul group, but you think there's a reason why we don't do certain shit like this. There's reasons. It ain't because we just came to a conclusion. You know what I'm saying? When we take a shower, we're doing the same thing. Bathing, we're doing the same thing. Y'all just forgot that this is what you were doing, but this is what we all do. So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like understand the and it's like it's deep, but it's not really deep, but it's kind of simple when you understand it. But like, back to my point, when you look at these things, all these things are one thing, from the clouds to the sun to the moon to the earth to the animals to the trees to everything you see is one thing, real shit. So when you understand that, you can only come up with conclusions to where these things are kind of like a helpful thing. And when I say helpful, I don't mean like it's like helps, but helpful as in like, without these things, we wouldn't know where we came from and how we started and where the mind came, because all these things came from the mind. So, all these things came from the mind. You'll see that certain mind states we created certain places, people, places, not people. Well, when I say people, because angels, but I'm gonna come down and try to relate it so we can all, you know what I'm saying, certain people, places, and things. So when you look at that, everything low-key came from the mind, even from the people, because you wouldn't be down here without creating that, without getting sucked into that light, that form. Your mother and your father's sparks put that together, and you got sucked in that shit. So it's kind of like you low-key got summoned. You did get summoned. If you're a powerful spirit and you know you're the shit. So now you're looking at things of where now you're seeing, if all this came from the mind and I created the mind and my spirit is way more powerful than that, then I could look at myself and see and tell myself that I do know everything. It's not that I do know everything. So let me not get lost in the sauce and think, oh, just because a scientist or just because a news person or just because whatever they said. Nah, I'm gonna come up with my conclusions and come up with my way of thinking and come out and say this. I do know everything. So let me not get lost in the sauce and think, oh, only a certain amount of humans can know certain things, and only a certain amount of humans can know certain secrets or whatever like that, secrets of the universe or whatever like that. All that flunked out shit. No, that shit is fake. You don't want to get lost in none of that shit. None of that shit is helpful. None of that shit is something that can help you better yourself, help you better your mentality, better help you better your way of thinking. Like, if none of these things can actually help you, then fuck it. Don't worry about that shit. And even if it'll come back around. But when I say that, you know how to look at it and look at the point of view of where it came, why it did that. So it can only be from the sky or from a human. So from a sky or from a person, from the sky or from a person. So it would that's the only thing it could tell you about, but it will be over exaggerated. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be to the full extent. It'll be some over exaggerated shit that really wouldn't be the real shit. So now that you know that, you can kind of look at these things and see these things better. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're in a space where these things can actually help you out, and they can't flunk you out. And even if they did flunk you out, you'll come up with better ideas and better spaces and locations in the spiritual realm where you can find out certain ways where you can travel that whatever you're flying in that shit, and you can see, oh, okay, this is what I'm controlling. This is what, so I can boom, boom, boom. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, so once you know that, so that world, Now you're in a space of where you can do that puppet master shit and control your environment, because that your environment is nothing, is simply nothing but a vibe. And you know that vibe came from something. So once you know, if you know you step, if you go step, if you don't step outside right now, you'll automatically catch a vibe. It's impossible not to. You living in a world where this is, you know what I'm saying, it's not a godly world. So you're living in a world where once you step outside, you're bound to catch a vibe. You're going to catch one. Not, whether it be negative or positive, is not from you. So it's not something that you can stick to. It's something that, oh shit, it's just some flunked out. However space humans were to create the pavement and the schools and the churches and the liquor stores and houses and buildings or whatever, and all that shit, it came from something. So whatever vibration they were in, that's a space that you're gonna catch, and it's all coming from that sting. But check it out. Once you notice, you can kind of be, if you're in that world, if you're in that certain world, you can kind of control certain shit. Like, for example, like, how I say it, damn, you gotta be there. Okay, so let's say, okay, I got an example. Let's say you're at the gas station, right? And your car like ran out of gas and you couldn't make it to the gas station. So you're like a few steps from, a few meters away from the gas station, but you're not there entirely, right? Check it out. You do realize that you were in a space to even manifest that actual opportunity, because you saw your gas tank and knew, okay, I should fill up my gas now. Like, I can't fuck around. Like, you came, but you were fucking around. So you didn't know any better. But see, once you know how to look at these things, you'll see that, oh, let me fill my gas. Like, it can be on 2, like whatever, however your cars work. It lets you know the percentages or whatever, 100, 2, whatever, 52, whatever. I don't know how your cars work, but yeah, check it out. You could be on a certain percentage level and be like, damn, I might gotta fill my gas. It may not even be all the way low, but you gotta tell yourself, but now I'm gonna fill it up, because you know what I'm saying, because you never know. Shit, anything is possible. Anything. Once you fill that up, you're practicing the ritual and the witchcraft on how you can never put yourself in a situation on where you manifest a time where you're that close to lose gas like that. Like, I mean, you're that close to where you lost gas at the worst, but you're at that place right there. So you lost gas, but you were at that place, the gas station, but you just lost that gas. You can't get lost in the sauce and be like you would never, that would never happen if you if you had that trained mind state and to think to yourself, okay, this is the reason why, because I didn't fill up my gas, even if I had that opportunity. It sounds simple and sounds like, oh, it's just basic. No, but everything is spiritual. Y'all gotta realize everything is spiritual. So look at these things too. they all matter. So no pun intended, matter. But check it out. When you look at these things, you see that the way certain things happened would never play out if you were in the train mindset, aka hustler mindset. You're hustling your car. The 3D and this is not physical. This is a spiritual channel. So shots out Flight Boss. I can't. This is it's real shit. But you got to realize that you can't. Once you're in that way of thinking and feeling, like, and with the car activities and shit like that, the 3D version would be like, yeah, I'm a hustler. I'm gonna sell the parts of my car. I'm gonna do all that shit. I'm gonna sell each part and make bands of money off these things. The spiritual hustler will be like, yeah, I'm about to create a way of thinking and put that paying attention energy, because I know that paying attention is that whatever's gonna pay attention to, that's the energy. So I know, okay, if I'm paying attention to this this certain experience right here, that certain experience I'm making right there can only take me to prosperity, take me to the money, take me to the manifestation, manifesting real shit. So once you know that, you'll see that these came from certain ways of thinking and feeling. So once you hear that mindset, hustler, being a hustler like that, it'll be almost impossible for you to reach a situation like that. And if it ever happens, you know what I'm saying? You never know because you're not trying. You know what I'm saying? Now, and this is not for anyone particularly. I'm just speaking for the world. But yeah, you may not be trying enough. You may not know. You may not know on how to go upon a certain way of thinking and feeling. But once you got that hustler mentality, once you got the hustler spirit, you're closer to all possibilities. You're closer to God because God would only want you to like. You just gotta know shit. You know what I'm saying? And know you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's like a thing that I created for y'all. Y'all can go in that form and think and be like, okay, now it's making sense. you don't gotta get lost in the ego or the emotions or the thinking or the feeling or whatever. Just look at it and be like, oh, okay. Oh, no pun. Oh, A-I-O, that's your yo. Oh, you. Oh, you. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I can't. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm telling you the truth. I can't lie. But check it out. You know what I'm saying? And that's a space where we just gotta all be at all times because these things help us when when this shit going on and that we may not be all the way aware of. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. And these things can happen at the most premature states in the spiritual realm in our mind, and we may not be aware of it. But once we notice, we'll see that certain characteristics came from certain ways of thinking and feeling. And once we're aware of that, we can control shit and wrap shit in a bun, wrap shit in a knot, and look at these things and see, oh, okay, now I see what's going on and where these things are coming from, and all that shit loud and do loopity loop and do and all that shit narwhal and all that shit. You understand it and check it out. Once and here's a best. This is the most important thing, and it's not even that important. If all this thing was created from you, then you know that in order for you to change that actual outcome, it all depends on you. So once you know how to change certain outcomes and certain ways of thinking and feeling, you'll come with certain conclusions that, ooh, excuse me, I got my cell salts all correlated, so I don't gotta worry about none of shit like that. But check it out, fuck all that shit. But you know, say, damn. So once you know it's all on you and you control all that shit, you'll come up with certain ways of thinking and feeling that can only be next to that space where them certain spirits at, where you don't even gotta say nothing. No puns intended. You just gotta know that and the one that we're calling God. There's many like that, but it's not what y'all think. Cause I just said, but I'm gonna transmute this shit. It's not what y'all think. It's kind of like, damn, I can't explain it, but you once you like, yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna hold you, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Jazz Spark Star Pilot, but yeah, man, just get with the program. I need y'all to get with the program. You know what I'm saying? Don't get lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Know how to transmute your shit. Know how to go go along with the energies. You know how to do all that shit because all that shit counts. All that shit won't be in vain if you know how to look at these things the proper way. You know what I'm saying? All these things, like everything will matter to you if you know how to make it matter. You know what I'm saying? So if you know that, you'll see that the what's that word look for the shit. I be having brain fog because I be think I be going, my mind be literally pregnant and I just want to express all these things out. But check it out. Once you know that, you'll see that the whole point of just coming up with certain, I lost my point. Fuck. Give me a second, y'all. God damn it. Come on, hurry up. The
all that shit counts. All that shit won't be in vain if you know how to.
Yeah. So all that shit counts. None of that shit will be in vain if you know how to direct your direct your energies. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know to yourself that certain ways of like once I know I have a certain energy, you just gotta express it. You never know. You may blow up that one night. You never. You just gotta go with it. You like. You just get with these new apps or whatever or whatever you're doing in the outside. Do something. So you never know how, especially online, because that's where the attention is at right now. But you could be doing something. You could be dancing on the street, listen to some Flight Boss or whatever you music to, and motherfuckers see you and record you, and you on TikTok. You got one famous and everything. They want to know where you what you want. You no. Don't be scared. This is a time. This is the space age of Aquarius. Space age Aquarius. This is we're in the space age of Aquarius. So we're in a new time. And shut up. And that album was lit though. Holy shit. Angel May Cry Part 2. Whoa, that shit was fire. Like the whole shit, there's no skippable songs, bro. I swear that shit. Oh shit! That shit was I don't want to. Let me stop. But that album was fire. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Real shit. And a lot. Even if y'all make music too in the chat or whatever, or in the soul group or subconscious community, notice that all these rappers stealing the way you're stealing your beats, stealing your flow, stealing all your shit. Like nigga. And shouts out, what's his name? Bryson Tiller. I think it was Bryson Tiller. But he used that same because Spotify got rid of my music. I don't know why. Like I think to the wallpaper, not wallpaper, the paper I was using, but they got rid of my music. So I was like, what the fuck? So I was kind of low-key mad because I want to post it on my YouTube because I got a copyright. I think because one of the skits I put in or whatever. I think it has music in it, so they got rid of that. But now they got rid of it, but I got rid of it. I put it on private, so I could put it up right now, but I just don't want to. It's no point. I wouldn't get paid for it anyway if it's copyright. So, but yeah, it was a Star Palace Journey Through the Clouds, and I had a song called Kid Mine. You know what I'm saying? And Bryson Tiller used that same beat. He probably didn't know. Let me not get in my. And shouts out to Baby too. Even he had that one song. They probably think I don't know. Man, I might be thinking too deep about these things, but this is what I would be like. Even the Baby had a song. I think it was "Come Shake Some." She make it clap. Whatever he's singing, but I had a song called "Shake That Ass." Shake that ass, little bitch. Shake that ass, little hoe. And it kind of sounded like that one song the Baby made to shake some. Go shake some. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but y'all wouldn't even believe me because I don't have this. None of the songs that are up anyway. They might be in some of my live streams on where I'm going. I'm the beginning of it. You can hear it, but yeah, shit. And there's a couple other artists that I see copy from the soul group too, subconscious community, and I'll be like, damn, especially Uriel, but I'll be thinking like, damn, these motherfuckers be. So we are infinitely in a new world. I can see that now. We are infinitely in a new world, and I actually like it. I like this world because if you've been doing shit like getting the ball rolling and getting your creativities and all your goals happening, you'll see that you were in a space of where you were creating, like you were being a creator, not like you knew that you were the creator, not the creation. So you create all types of shits and videos and live streams and musics and songs and all that. Whatever y'all be doing, clothes, jewelry. So what's the one? Damn. What's real? What's that? Why can't I think of that? That's crazy. What's the shit when you sell houses? Real estate. Yeah, y'all be doing all that shit. So you see now it's coming back in y'all favor. Y'all getting the all that Springfield, all that energy. So now you're feeling jittery. What's that? Well, look at giddy. Yeah, giddy. So now you feeling giddy and you feel like you can fly now. Holy, I be feeling like that too. Like for real, sometimes I'm like, damn, I'll be doing some cool, I'm doing some cool ass shit, real shit. But yeah, so it's kind of like if y'all been in that space, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. You just it don't matter how like, and then you just come up, you just know that you're controlling a lot of shit. The behind closed doors is deep, it's deep. But yeah, it's like motherfucking, it's like this age of Aquarius is getting us prepared for a lot of things because I like this time. And it's about to head into spring. It's about to be hot. Get hot. Ooh, yes. Oh, I can't wait. Well, get this. Now I can start doing shit. Like get, you know what I'm saying? Getting that shit. Like not doing shit, but you know what I mean. Like getting that. I'm not gonna speak too much, but yeah, getting shit happening. You know what I'm saying? Getting shit. I'm gonna say getting the ball rolling. God damn it. Real shit. And it's kind of like what it's like. For example, like you can like that's why I'm 100% down with getting your cell salts or whatever you like that, because I can break it down for y'all right now if I can find it. But like motherfucking the certain cell salt I'm missing, I broke it down in my pre-upload. If I can find, I probably right here. So I'm missing potassium chloride, fluoride of lime, and magnesium phosphate. And that's Gemini, Cancer, and Leo. And I didn't already got, I got one of them right now. I'm waiting for the other ones. And I probably even feel, I probably feel, because those things are important. Cell salts, real shit. Technically I didn't even have to order them. I can just eat because they show you the fruits, the food you can eat too that come with that. But motherfucker, I'm gonna get because it's stronger. Than I know the actual product of the supplement, whatever you call that, is stronger. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like what these things help you with is they help you. They tell you online, but get your bones stronger, your heart healthier, all that shit. You probably like you can, what I'm saying, you can free all types of, like you just feel like you can do shit. Like it makes you active and shit like that. It makes you not get tired easily. It's basically just the 9 months you were in your mother. It gives you the last 3 months you missed. So it's kind of like to make it all simple. You know what I'm saying? Because you already getting every cell salt from each month because you're going through the month. You get it from the months. But since you're lacking in that actual month, those actual months, you weren't in the stomach for those environments and for those so you weren't getting all the full nutritions. You know what I'm saying? I keep having a cotton mouth. I don't know why. But yeah, you won't get no certain nutritions, and you weren't, like, you know what I'm saying. So now when so once you were born, you didn't get to go live, and I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing, but you didn't get to live in your mother's stomach in those times, and that's not, and it's not a good thing to even be, but it's regular. We all, you know what I'm saying. If you're down here, this is what we all doing. Don't get lost in the sauce and be like, man, this and that. No, this is no better and do better. So get your cell salts or eat the certain foods that come with those cell salts or whatever you're doing that helps you get with these programs. Get with it. You know what I'm saying? Like not everything down here in medicine, whatever you want to call it, is bad. Some of these things help you, especially weed. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all right. You ask me, weed is the best medicine. I'd probably say fuck it, just smoke weed all the time, but nigga, I'm gonna be real with my life. I mean, let me try. Cause it don't hurt to try. You know what I'm saying? Cell salts. You know what I'm saying? But you need them bitches. Don't get it fucked up. Real shit. But yeah, back to the hustler mentality. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. You just gotta make sure what you're doing is that you're never going overboard or underboard or whatever. You're keeping an equilibrium. And once you keep that equilibrium, you see what's good and what's not, and you'll see what you can like manipulate and make it look good, so you can receive that benefits being a hustler. So it may seem negative, but it's because I use the positive. So it's like everything is in reverse. So once you know how to use these things, you'll see that the point of what's the word I'm looking for? You know what I'm saying? Doing shit is just to experience. So we're down here just to experience. So don't get lost in the sauce and be like, "Damn, I don't want to go through this experience. It doesn't seem comfortable. It doesn't seem safe." The nigga, stop being a bitch. What's that? What's the I smell pussy. I smell pussy. You know what I'm saying? That's the real shit. You want, and where I got that from? House Party. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I'm a 2000 baby, but I still fuck with the 90s. You know what I'm saying? I still fuck with the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I wasn't born there, but the vibes. I like the movies back in the 90s. They were more experimental and shit like that. I can't explain now because movies nowadays suck. I realize that it's like nothing. Everything you watch nowadays is like, it's like I feel like they trying to make it like the 90s. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But it's not as. It's not. I don't know. It's weird. I can't explain it, but that's my point. Yeah. So you want to be strong in the spirit realm. I had another upload, having a strong mind state. Watch that. You know, so you want to be strong in the spiritual realm because once you have a strong mind state, ain't nothing can fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Nothing can leave physical. You know what I'm saying? Like once you're doing shit in the spiritual realm, shit can't even lead to the physical because you're too powerful for that shit. So if shit was to lead down here, something would happen where it just wouldn't go all the way, or something like God. It's the worst predicament, but a bullet. You know what I'm saying? God forbid this happened to none of y'all. Now, Lord forbid none of that shit. But if there was a bullet, it just passed you. It would even, you know what I'm saying? It just, or you'll look at you'll experience the shooting happening, but you wouldn't happen. You know what I'm saying? That's a better predicament. I ain't gonna lie. But you experience the shooting happening, nothing would happen to you. And check it out, right? Once if you were in a predicament where the bullet barely hits you, it's two things to tell you. You're different, but get out of a certain way of thinking and feeling. You know what I'm saying? Get out of a certain way of thinking and feeling because you're in a certain space in the spiritual realm in a location that you're not supposed to be at. So make sure you know how to look at these things and you know how to actually like go with the flow and go with the programming. You know what I'm saying? Real shit, because like not go with the flow, go with your own flow and go with your own flight. So once you know how to look at these predicaments, you'll see how to bind these things and know how to put these things back to where it's supposed to be, like, so where it's supposed to be. Like if it's like a clothes that a clothing you got to hang on in the closet, put that shit in the closet. If it's a shoe, you got to put it in your shoe bag, shoe whatever, you put that shit down there. If it's your bed, you gotta clean that shit. What's that? Tidy it up, tidy that bitch up. Whatever you do, it dwells. You're training your mind, so you shove, and you're having a stronger mind state in how you go upon shit. So now you're more doing your shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, doing your shit. Yeah, and you got strong mind state. So hustler mind state is like once you got that strong mind state, you have no choice but to jump into the hustler mind state, because once you're strong, you gotta be a hustler. There's no way you can't be a hustler. Even in the spiritual realm, I'm a hustler. You know what I mean? And this is the spiritual realm, nigga. Real shit, because I wouldn't be down there if it wasn't for the spiritual realm. So check it out. You know what I'm saying? Jess Spark Star Power. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. No, we go for 2 more minutes. You know what I'm saying? But check it out. You know what I'm saying? Real motherfucking shit. You just gotta be with the pro. Oh shit. Okay. You just gotta be with the motherfucking program and shit like that. But once you're with that, once you're with the shits, you see that everything that's happening in your reality came from the way you were spiritually in a vibrational space. So it came from whatever space you were in vibrationally. It came from that actual space. So you can be in a happy space or a mundane space or a sad or negative space or a righteous space or left field space or you regret space or whatever. All that shit, none of that shit is negative, but all that shit matters, and all that shit requires you to have a strong, like I said, strong mind state, then a hustler mind state to know how to transmute all these motherfuckers and not get lost in all that, none of that motherfucking shit. Because all that shit, like I said, came from the spiritual realm, and you're the powerful spirit. You're not a weak spirit. You're the powerful spirit. If you're a powerful spirit, you know the fuck I'm talking about, real shit. Real shit, real shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna prosper in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? We gonna manifest in this bitch. We gonna know what these words actually mean and transmute these things for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be the pilot of this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because we mental pilots, real shit. And you know what I'm saying? Jet Sparks, Star Pilot, and you know what? We out in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for watching, real shit. Jet Sparks, Star Pilot.